Video where I compared the US versus Canada Fruit Loops cereal. And the differences are wild. I do a lot of US versus Canada comparisons because I, as a Canadian, used to live and work in the US, but this is by far the most shocking one I've done. The first one is that the color is so different. The US one uses food dye, where the Canadian one uses fruit juice to color it. And the second being the taste, which if you watch the first video, you'll see which one tastes better. But I want to show you some video I took when I went to the US to get Fruit Loops, and we looked at the two boxes and the ingredients to compare them. Take a look at this. Yeah, see, red 40, yellow 5, blue 1, yellow 6. The Canadian one does not have those in it. Similar look. Okay, we'll check the ingredients on that one. Can't read them. That's the French. That's the French. This is French. Oh, yeah. American over here. They speak American in Canada? Concentration carrot juice for color. Oh yeah, look, concentrated blueberry juice, stevia leaf extract. Oh. That's actually pretty cool. I bet you ours isn't that bad because that's like the sugar alternative. It says red 40, yellow 5, blue 1, yellow 6. These are the things that get heated up. No, here it's like, oh, concentrated carrot juice.
First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, glory, and fear to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Also want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that taught us this truth, and peace and salutations to the Lord's hopeful elect. Back at it through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh. You see it, you hear it. This is what we're trying to teach our people, that this is not your rest. And that we are in, captivity to this very day, man. And you see when these citizens of Babylon the Great go to different places, other places on the earth, everyone says the same thing, man. Everybody that has been out of Babylon always talking about the food and how it differs, man. Why is the food filled with chemicals? Why is the food filled with chemicals? Why is the so-called United States the most obese, one of the most obese, if not the obese nation on the earth? This overindulgent culture, etc. Man, it's because, hey man, this is Babylon the Great, man. All right, the great whore. All right, spoken of in the book of Revelation, man. And all these chemicals and shit, and the processed food, fake food, 3D printed food, all these things, man, is what you hear as it relates to Babylon the Great and the way that they eat, man. And you wonder why we're in this decrepit state, man. Well, this is a huge part of it. The fact that the people who are ruling right now don't give a flying flip about the citizens, obviously. They don't care about the Hebrew Israelites, obviously, but they don't care about their own people, man, because they're feeding everybody this garbage, man. Why, oh, why is most of these nations, dealing with more natural foods, man? All right. And why is Babylon the Great seem like they're on some mad scientist shit? Well, we got to go into the book of Ezekiel, chapter 4 and verse 13. And it reads, "Thou shalt drink up Salakia. And the Lord said, Yahweh, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, whither I will drive them." And we're in our captivity to this very day, in that land of captivity, where we are eating our bread, quote unquote, our food defiled, man. It's all type of stuff that's wrong with our food. It doesn't yield its full strength, first and foremost. All right, so we're not getting, adequate nutrition as it relates to, perfection that the earth is supposed to be in. All right, especially here in the United States, man. So the food is not yielding adequate nutrition. They're doing all type of weird things to the food here. Bananas, they don't have seeds in them here. That's crazy. And who knows whatever else they've got their hands on, man. All right. The food's dirty, you know what I mean? Pesticides, all type of chemicals that they spray to prevent, those crops from getting ate by insects and things like that. And the whole driving force behind them putting pesticides isn't for our safety from those insects, etc. It's about money, man. the more crops that they can keep healthy, the more money they can make. So it's all about money, money, money. And of course, all the chemicals that they're putting in this food, man, this is all in relation to us being in captivity and eating our bread defiled, man. So we got to get out of here. That's what we're trying to teach our people through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, that this is not your rest. Matter of fact, I'll get that in the book of Micah, chapter 2 and verse 10, and it reads, arise ye and depart. So wake up and leave. All right, for this is not your rest. Why? Because it is polluted. You see what we're going into, not just the food, but hey man, the thinking. All right, the spirit. It's just all wicked. It's all vanity. It's all me. It's all just violence, man. All right, and rooted in wickedness, man. So again, Micah 2 and 10, arise ye and depart. So again, we need to wake up, realize what's going on, where we're at, and we need to come out of this type of thinking that is wickedness, man. All right, and who's heading that wickedness, man? Babylon the Great, the so-called United States. For this is not your rest. Why? Because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction. And we see our people absolutely destroyed now more than ever. Not only our people, but the rest of, the inhabitants of the earth, especially Babylon the Great. Everyone's destroyed. They're lost. They have no idea what's really going on, man, especially as it relates to serving Yahweh Bahashem and Yahweh Shah. This place is polluted, man. All right. So we got to get out of here and let's not act like this is our rest. So let's quit the celebrating. Let's quit the partying and the dancing that we see our people doing on a daily basis. Folly is set in great dignity here in Babylon the Great. And that's all you see. Folly, play. It's so-called New Year's Eve. This is their New Year. All right. Our New Year starts in the spring. But a lot of people celebrating, man, getting drunk, getting toe up, popping fireworks and firecrackers, shooting and all type of shit, man. While the Lord's hopeful elects suffer, and cry out to him, and beg and plead, to please pardon us and please deliver us from this captivity, man. All right. In the book of Revelation, chapter 18 and verse 3, and it reads, for all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. All right, going into that judgment that Babylon the Great is going to receive via those nuclear missiles and the destruction, but it's also going to affect you other nations as well. And the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. And the biggest issue, the biggest fornication and the sin that these other nations have committed is going against the children of Yahweh Shem Shah, keeping them in captivity and then promoting this wickedness. Now, of course, this is Babylon the Great for a reason. They're leading the way, spearheading it. All right, but the other nations are following suit. You should see it on social media. All these other nations becoming like Babylon the Great. All right, so much so you can't tell where you're at on the earth because everyone's doing the same thing. And eventually, our Yahweh Shema Shah has prophesied, hey, there's going to be a judgment, for that. So we have to stay in the truth. All right, stay circumspect, keep watching, and just stay away from it, man. All right, because this is a mess, man. All right. This is a mess and a huge thing. Something that we all need as humans is food, decent food, decent water, all right, clean water. And here in Babylon the Great, we see that it's absolutely defiled, man. They're just feeding us chemicals and shit to the point where you hear the rumors of 3D printed foods and shit. Like, what is that, man? How are you going to survive off of that in real life? All right. But that's what we're realizing, man, who the wicked is. Esau, Edom, all right, and his descendants, man. We are seeing more and more each and every day. Something ain't right. These people ain't right. Their own people, all right, Esau, Edom's own people, all right, are starting to see that, what, this ain't right. Something's wrong with you guys. You guys are wicked, man, because this ain't right. We can't live. What's up with all the scamming and the manipulation and when it comes to the medical field and why do we have to pay so much and for should be human rights, man, and things like that, man. But again, just real quick and straight to the point, our bread is defiled, and we have to know that this is not our rest. So we need to call out to Yahweh Hashem and Hawashah, studying to show ourselves approved, giving diligence to make our calling and election sure, and keeping these laws and statutes and commandments to the best of our ability. They all go hand in hand. So with that, I want to give all praises, honor, glory, and fear to Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shah. Till next time, Shalom.